Good evening, guys, and how's it going? I'm back again with another video on my Blyth Spartans save playing Football Manager 2015. Now I'm going to take you straight to my schedule. If you watched my last video, this is where I kicked off from then. So I played Witten away. They're currently sitting third in the table, very tough game. I actually took the lead 5 times before scoring a late winner in the 90th minute from Lee Williamson, one of our regens. So that's a great win there. Comfortable 3-1 win away to Ramsbottom. A poor loss away to Trafford, who are currently second in the table. So that was a poor one to lose there. 1-1 draw at home Matlock, and a 1-0 home win against Salford. Of course, you associate them with the class of 92. 0-0 away to Stamford. A poor loss away to Coors and Ashton. Didn't really deserve anything there. 1-0 win at home to Charlie. Then I got put out of the Peter Swale Shield. 2-0 loss away to Kendall. As you can see, there's a bit of win-lose coming up here. A double from my super sub Lee Williamson, who is actually an attacking midfielder, but I stuck him up front with finishing a 4. Still managed to get me a double and win me the match away to Kidsgrove. Very poor 4-0 loss at home to Spennymoor. You should never lose by that much at home. If you look at the next 3-4 games, look who's been banging the goals in. The machine, Dan Maguire. 4 goals in a 6-2 home win against Belper. 2 goals in a poor loss away to Darlington. And then another 4 goals at home to Colwyn Bay in a 5-3 victory. He scored in the next loss, and another loss followed that. But we've picked up the form again and won 3 in a row. And of course, as you can see, we've got Danny Hawkins back from injury and amongst the goals, which is good to see. So I'll take you to my competitions just now. As you can see, table toppers, Trafford and Witten do have a game in hand. So if Trafford win by 2 or more goals in the next match, they will go top on goal difference. But I'm confident in staying there. We're playing well. We have had a bit of a poor run, but we're back to form at the minute. So it's going quite well there. Knocked out the third qualifying round by Solihull Moors, 3-0. They're far superior to me. I think they're 4 divisions above me, or 3 divisions. Of course, as you see, knocked out Peterswell Shield to Kendall. We'll go some player stats in the EvoStech Northern Premier Division. And we'll see who's been performing and who hasn't been. Kashim Watland, I've actually tried to sign him, but he's just not interested from Kidsgrove. Joint top of the goal scoring charts with Dan Maguire, who's on 24. Again, 3rd season in a row, he's banging them in. He's fantastic at this level. I'll show you him just now. He's 10 finishing, and at this level, that is excellent. I've always stressed that 10 or above finishing this far down in the leagues is really, really good. So if I was you, I would sign him and sign strikers with 10 or above finishing. So while this loads. There we go. So 24 goals in 33 games, 7.13 average. That is excellent. And he does this season in, season out. And he's my main goal threat, to be honest. He does go in dips of form, especially in the second season, but he looks back to his best at the minute. He's an excellent player for this level. And we'll go to his strike partnership, who is Danny Hawkins, is just back from 3 months out. 7.44 average, 22 appearances, 18 goals. Again, excellent. 9 finishing, good enough at this level, as I've said, and that's a great return. Almost 1 in every game. I don't play him as a tag man, as suggested up here. I use him as a poacher and as advanced forward, and vice versa with Dan Maguire. As you can see, they're in the top 3. the pair of them for goals scored. And like I say, if I get promoted, I'm going to try and sign this guy. He seems to score quite a bit, but he's just not interested at the minute. My two signings, my two wide men who I brought in the summer, Lewis Moynes, 14 assists, and Callum Chippendale, 10 assists. So we'll go transfers. We are in the last week of the January transfer window. So we'll see if we can bring one or two in, but I'm not desperate. We'll just see what we've got at the minute. See if we can let some go, which I already have done as well. I released 4 players on a free contract. They didn't cost me anything to release them because we're on non-contract terms, which means they only get paid if they play. And between them, they probably amassed 5 appearances at most. They just weren't used at all, really. So while we're waiting on this loading, guys, if you need anything graphic-wise, head over to our good friends at FM Central. They've got everything you need over there. If you've got content you want to promote or let them see, and if they're impressed, they will put it on there for you. We've got all our graphics over there. We've got our transfer database up there, which has been quite successful so far this year. Around 330,000, 340,000 downloads in 3 years. But I'm sure most of you know about that already. Transfer history. Adam Laidler, former Newcastle United fullback. Got some decent mental stats and some decent physical stats. Brought him in as cover to Alex Belton at left back. And Joe Kerridge had a chance to sign for free, and I passed it up. So I ended up going for him when he joined another club because he looked like he was doing quite well. Again, former Newcastle United youngster, Joe Kerridge. And released these 4. Ben Sayer, Ross Cookin, Ian Watson, Joel Dixon. I think they played a maximum of 2 games. I thought it was around 5, but calculating now, 2 of them didn't even play at all for me. So I let them go. It didn't cost me nothing to let them go. And now they're free agents. So we'll just go with my squad. When you're playing in this level, and a team like Blyth, that you've got Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and of course Newcastle, very local, you're going to get a lot of their released players, their released youth. So I've got Jarrett Rivers, former Borough, Adam Laidler, Alex Nicholson, Joe Kerridge, Liam Henderson, Dennis Knight, Paul Woolston. All 6 of them are former Newcastle. And they're doing more than a good enough job at this level. But as you can see, a lot of them non-contract. They're not getting paid unless they play. And a lot of players are starting to become unhappy because I'm sticking with the same team or the same set of players, really. If you're not on the bench, you're not really getting involved, to be honest. So I did have an overhaul of tactics, as you've seen in my last video. I took out the defensive midfielder, took out the attacking midfielder, and I broke off the narrow tactic that I had. In 2 seasons, it hadn't worked. Now I went for the flat 4-4-2. More of a tiki-taka sort of game, to be honest. And it seems to be working. It's old school, the 4-4-2, but with them 2 up front, I can't really do anything else, to be honest. And the 2 wide guys, I don't want to push them too far forward in case it costs me too much. And I've got Jarrett Rivers already getting forward, Sean Vipon going back and forward a lot. So one thing I haven't showed you is my team instructions. Now I do have a flat 4-4-2, and I said I like to sort of play the evil stick version of the tiki-taka. Retain possession, short passing, work ball in box, play out of defence, hit crosses early. You want to try and catch the full backs and defenders out of the opposite team. Exploit flanks. That's the reason why my 2 wide guys are getting so many assists. Play wider. Again, that's that reason. Much deeper defensive line. Now, at this level, I'm a bit worried about pushing them too far forward in case they get caught out at the back. The pace might not be good enough, and overall the players might not be good enough. So if you play them deeper, they're not going to get caught out as much. And also it gives them more time on the ball to see the game and retain possession. Close down much more, get stuck in, tighter marking. Really, that just do not give the opposition space at all and prevent short distribution from the goalkeeper. When he gets the ball, get pushed right up on him. Don't let him short roll it. Force him into doing that classic mistake we see on the Football Manager engine for years that people complain about. Goalkeeper kicking the ball out, making a mistake, giving it away, conceding a goal. I also like my team to be more disciplined. I want them to be very structured, keep the ball, not try anything fancy with it, apart from maybe Jarrett Rivers, who's the attacking playmaker. But occasionally I do change my tactics just before a game. I never change it as a whole, but before each game I can change it. Sometimes if I'm away from home, I want to play a much quicker game, more direct game. I'll go route one. I'll up the tempo, I'll be more expressive, I'll push higher up so you can close them down. You can try and catch them off guard, play much higher tempo. You can catch them off guard. They won't be expecting you to come out so quick. I got a little tip off my friend Paul. He does that quite often from the start of the second half, ups the tempo. So the start of the second half, you're playing quite quick, and your opposition doesn't really know how you're playing and how you've changed your tactic. Of course, it's just a game, but it's a game that we all love and we all try to play like a real life manager. It's the closest we'll ever get. That's the first time I've actually showed my team instructions, but it wasn't like this really, or a little bit different to this in the first two seasons. But I've got a Sporting Lisbon tactic from FM15, which had about 9,000 downloads, and it was similar to this, but it was a 4-2-3-1 formation, and it was very successful for me. In 8 seasons, I won 12 trophies at Sporting Lisbon, and I also tried that with Norwich for 6 seasons. It seemed to work there. So that's on FM Scout if you want to download that. If you haven't upgraded to FM15 yet, I will be testing out again for FM15. And of course, if this tactic works, I might upload it for anyone playing this far down. I mean, it's not always right. Different saves, different games, different teams, different person managing it. So it's not always going to be right. Okay, guys, the video went on longer than I expected it to, or wanted it to be honest. But this is how it is just now. We've got 17 games left in the go. We're top of the table. It's going well. We're playing well. We've got 2 teams chasing our tails. Hopefully, we can pull away from them a little bit more. If I can get 6 points ahead of them and even keep momentum with a few draws and keep the losses down, then I'll be quite happy. But as you can see, only one team gets automatic promotion. I really, really do not want to be going in the playoffs at the end of Season 3 and hoping to get promoted and then being top of the table almost all season and then it backfiring. That would be an absolute nightmare. But these two, Trafford and Witten, have been up there all season with me. And the Class in 82 Salford, who do still have the Class in 82 in charge. And Darlington, you expect to be up there. So it could be a very tough playoff if that happens. But I'm confident in staying top of the league, and hopefully after 3 long seasons and a few videos, we can get promoted and we can get some momentum going in the save now, because it's been a long, long save so far. Okay, guys, thanks for listening to my Blyth save so far. I've got just under 900 views of it so far and 62 subscribers. I'm new to this, the first save I've ever done on there, so I'm very grateful for that. If you don't know who I am, check out my Facebook page, which is the Football Manager Voice Kids. 14,500 people on there. And recently, in the last few months, we've got on Twitter at the FM Kids. We've got over 600 followers on there, and we're getting more and more active each day. You don't have to talk to us. You can talk to other people, comment on other people's posts. Just have general discussions. If you've got anything you want to ask, you can inbox us, because I know a lot of people don't like posting on the main page because it might sound silly. But we do reply to as much as we can and pretty much everything. There's 4 of us. We're on almost all day. At least one of us. So we do get back to you. And of course, download our transfer database, guys. A new one released tonight. It's updated every single day, but sent out to you guys every 5 to 6 days. And the 8 or 9 websites we have it on. It's constantly been updated 2-3 times a day, to be honest. And yes, it does have Martin Odegaard at Real Madrid. That's the question everybody's asking. So it looks like a lot of people won't be using him unless you're planning on being them. Okay, guys, I've rambled on a bit now. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you like my videos and you keep supporting them. Thanks. Bye-bye.